Sixth topic is command injection, evaluating the input validation checks. This image source from the Portswigger, and in Portswigger you can also find the lab if you have to perform the any test lab, and we have also deployed in our lab scenario on our network. So first understand the command injection. So command injection involve a attacker to attempting to involve a system command. Normally perform a terminal session within the HTTP request. For example, many web application allow the system command through the UI for troubleshooting purpose. For understand, if you have any network device where you can perform the NS lookup, ping. For example, if you are doing the any firewall troubleshooting or any network device troubleshooting, so you can find that the one tab where you can perform the like ns lookup command or ping any server, and so this type of attack you can consider as a command injection. So in this command injection, they are able to get the terminal session within the http request. So let's do the practical for the command injection. In this video, we are performing the command injection attack. So just check out the injection, command injection, okay. And we are performing with the NS DNS lookup. Okay, so here is the, for example, we are just entering the any lookup IP, for example 8.8.8 lookup DNS. Okay, so here is the request name DNS Google, something like that, and you can just check out the HTTP history and DNS lookup. For example, just check out the post request where we have performed. Okay, this one request 8.8. Okay, now send this request to intruder. Just sending this request intruder. Okay, now clear all. Okay, now just for example, here we have performed the global DNS server, but we can use as a local IP address, lookup IP address, or just adding one more parameter. So for example, we have to just enter, or we can just, for example, add something like that, and we can add the payload here. Look like that. Okay, now for the payload, we have to use the simple list, but you can check out the in GitHub checklist. So in checklist, you can select the fuzzing and Unix attacks first debit attack. So just we are just checking the row, and we are using some of the payload here. Okay, just copy that and paste it here. Okay, now we will performing first by start. Just uncheck the payload encoding. So just we are unchecking that. So now we are performing the start attack. Okay. It's taking a time. So just we are waiting for that because we have performed the 511 payload. So it will take some time. Just we are checking the response page of any payload if we are getting something. We will just wait for few minutes. So I am pausing my recording, resuming my video, and we can find that these are payload where we are setting, and we are getting some response using a command injection. Just here is the here you can find that the UID, wdata, gid, and groups. And you can find using a second payload also. So just here we are getting using this type of command injection payload. So just I am stop the just closing that. We are not performing more payload here because we are find out the command injection. We have performed the command injection and getting the response from the system. So we are finishing the lab here. After performing the command injection, we are able to understand like failure to define the and validate user input against the acceptable list of the system command can lead the command injection vulnerability. So in our case, application code does not uh, confine system commands available through the UI, allowing the availability and execution of the command on the operating system that should be restricted by the application developer. And for command injection, you can check out the Portswigger lab also OS command injection. You can just check it out the this article also, and you can perform the OS command injection lab here. So it's a very good lab available on Portswigger.